Parker, you think you deserve another chance? You had your shot at Total Annihilation, and you failed worse than Blowy Shavis. You know what? I'm in your home right now, man. Right here. This is where you belong. Because you're a piece of crap on the bottom of my shoe. And I'm going to scrape off that piece of crap and flush your ass down the toilet. See you tonight, buddy.
What is up, you guys? PCW official commentator here, James Matthews, to bring you PCW TV episode 27. And we have a huge night ahead of us. The first PCW TV since Total Annihilation this past Sunday. And Total Annihilation may have been one of the most hugest pay-per-views PCW has ever had. And we aren't stopping. We are on a train, and this train is not stopping until we hit absolute dominance on Backyard Wrestling. Because tonight, Gemini, that man right there, will put his hardcore belt, the belt he defended successfully this past weekend against Mystery, on the line against Genocide. For the first time ever, these two men will be facing off. And we start out the action with a huge fist right to the face of Genocide. And wait a minute, Genocide catches him, with that combo move. Gemini getting rocked in the early beginning. Gemini not only was able to defend that hardcore belt this past Sunday at Total Annihilation, but was able to injure and get rid of Mystery, his longtime rival. So he put Mystery on the shelf so he doesn't have to worry about Mystery interfering and using that 24/7 rule in his advantage for at least a couple weeks. We hope Mystery gets better. Mystery is a huge part of our roster here in PCW. Genocide using his environment to his advantage. But ladies and gentlemen, if you did not hear what Tommy Mason said moments ago, not only will you be seeing this hardcore title match tonight, but you will see the rematch between Parker and Tommy Mason, which was a huge and awesome match that took place at Total Annihilation. The rematch can only get better from here. Can Parker win his first ever PCW match, or will once again Tommy Mason just completely squash his reputation? And Genocide hits that move again. You know, for those who don't know at home, but Genocide tonight has a chance to become a 5-time hardcore champion. The person who holds the most title reigns right now is Tommy Mason with 9 PCW hardcore championship reigns under his belt. Gemini is still on his first ever reign as hardcore champion, and he's been very successful since winning the title and using strength here. Wait a minute, Gemini slides off the back and pushes him into that pole. Gemini goes face first. Wait, here comes that Cobra Clutch. Wait a minute. Oh! My God, just slamming Gemini face first into that pole. Wait, this could be it. We have a new hardcore champion. We do. Genocide is officially a 5-time PCW hardcore champion. I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. I did not see that one coming. Oh my God, we have crowned a new PCW hardcore champion tonight. That just goes to show you that anything can happen on PCW TV. You will never know what is coming next. Oh my gosh, let's check out these highlights. Watch Gemini getting thrown into the side like a lawn dart. And here's that move I was talking about where he used his environment to his advantage. And here's really where Genocide took over. And here is the finish. Boom. What a sick move.
Gemini's been given the night off for being the most elaborate champion in Backyard Wrestling history and beating Genocide not only once, but twice in one night in that 3 stages of hell match for the PCW Championship. And I still am your 5-time PCW champion. The problem with that is, it's pretty hard finding a challenge nowadays. I might just retire as a 5-time champion, you know what I mean? Leave while I'm on top. There's no other way to do it.
Whoa, you just heard Chris Copeland saying that he's not wrestling tonight. Chris Copeland will return next week to action, hopefully. Chris Copeland did have a brutal match at Total Annihilation, the second ever 3 stages of hell match in PCW history with the man Genocide, who is now our new hardcore champion. And speaking of men who had not so great nights at Total Annihilation, here is Parker, who was hoping to win his first ever match here in PCW by taking advantage of the ring rust Tommy Mason shown, but as you guys saw, if you saw Total Annihilation, there was no ring rust shown by Tommy Mason as Mason picked up a huge victory over Parker Hughes. And earlier tonight in the beginning of the show, Mason said that he was done playing games with Parker pretty much. And he said Parker is a piece of crap on the bottom of his shoe. And he's going to scrape off that piece of crap and flush Parker down the toilet. In other words, Mason is very confident in his ability to win this match tonight. But at the same time, you know, Parker loves to party. Parker is a party boy. He goes out to all these parties. But, you know, at the same time, I think that might cost him, you know. I mean, if you look at him compared to other roster members, his stamina might not be as reliable as someone as a Tommy Mason or a Chris Copeland. And he keeps on losing those matches that he needs to win. And Mason hits a huge big boot. You never see Mason hit those very often, and it deserves an instant replay. These mid-match instant replays are all a part of the new and improved PCW. You will only find action as good as this on PCW. And Mason setting up Parker's leg on that workbench here. Look at this. Oh, now stomps the leg. Mason. We saw Total Annihilation. Mason is usually a submission expert and likes to work on body parts to set up for those submissions. We didn't really see that at Total Annihilation, and maybe tonight we'll see it finally. And Mason just putting all his body weight into the side ahead of Parker right there. And what's he going for here? Uh-oh. I was going to say maybe for a TME, but no, wait a minute. It's that reverse DDT that we've seen him hit in the past. Then again, we haven't seen him use that move in his repertoire in quite some time. Parker was able to kick out, though, and as Mason tries to choke out Parker. Once again, bringing the point to a ring technician is Mason. Knows how to ground an opponent and knows when to speed the pace up. And Parker needs to fight out of this, and he does with a huge jawbreaker on Mason. Whoa, that was a good counter there by Parker. He needs to take advantage of it. Wait a minute, and he does with a Parker stunner. We've seen Parker almost get a victory over Tommy Mason at Total Annihilation with that. Can he get him? No. I thought that was it. I thought he was actually going to get the pin with that one, but he doesn't, unfortunately. The Parker stunner, that is a sick move. And let's see here. Let's see what Parker set up for. Oh, maybe going for a powerbomb. Mason might be too heavy for this. And Mason, chops down that injured leg. Wait a minute. Oh! Parker's neck might be jammed into his spine. That was sick. Look at this instant replay. Oh my god. You just really see with that slow motion the torque and the vertical angle that Parker landed on his neck, and Mason flipping over Parker here. What's he going for? Oh, setting him up. It looks like an anaconda vice. And he has it locked on. Parker can tap right here. Oh, he had it. I was going about to say, it looked like he had it locked in pretty deep. And oh, Parker's setting up a submission for his own. I have found out this about Parker. Yeah, Parker might be a party boy and might not take anything too serious as he should. But he is a former black belt. He used to do karate, I guess, and at one time he was a black belt, so he does have some martial art skills and submission skills at the same time with that pure strength we have seen him use in the past. And now look at it, just turning down to a slugfest. Mason realizing that he was in trouble, and he goes straight for old dirty tactics and puts the bullhammer elbows right into the face of Parker. And when he goes for the kill switch, wait a minute, oh, a spine buster. That didn't look like he got all that he wanted.
1, 2.
I think as Parker was trying to lift Tommy Mason, maybe that leg gave out and he couldn't pick him up. And he doesn't get a 3 count there, what he was hoping for. And Parker, as I say, as you can tell right here, it looks like he's really getting worn out. His stamina is not as good as someone as a Tommy Mason, which can really put the ball in Mason's court. That was either a super kick or a nice judo-style kick to the I don't know where it connected on Mason, but effective nonetheless, because it might win Parker the match right here. And no. Once again, the resiliency of Mason is impeccable, you know. You don't become the longest reigning PCW World Champion by a fluke. You know, Mason's here for a reason, and Parker might be set up for that spear he tells us about every week, that he says it can put any man away, and his first ever victim might be Tommy Mason. Wait a minute, oh! Parker slowing down, it looked like, wasn't sure, but Mason, oh! The kills, the TME out of nowhere! Parker second-guessed himself and slowed down, and it might have cost him.
1.
Wait a minute, this might be it.
3.
And it is! Tommy Mason wins the rematch. Tommy Mason 2-0 against Parker. Tommy Mason is on a roll since his return. Oh my god. Grabbing his hockey stick. Parker, the look of disappointment. You can tell us in the face. Wait a minute. Parker, don't fall for this. Parker, you fell for this at Total Annihilation. Tommy Mason's not... Wait a minute, what are we seeing? Look at this! Tommy Mason is telling something to Parker. Is Tommy Mason serious? Oh, never mind. I was about to say, is he serious? But clearly he's not. A knee to the groin and then just another boot to the groin of Parker. And look at this. Now Parker fell for the oldest trick in Tommy Mason's book. I really feel bad for the kid. It's just beginner stupidity there by Parker. Any man that's ever wrestled in PCW should know not to trust a snake like Mason. Oh my god. Hitting Parker right in the ankle with that hockey stick. Parker feeling on that ankle. Parker might have a goddamn broken ankle. Wait, this ain't helping. Tommy Mason, just get out of here. No. Tommy Mason locking on that deep ankle lock. Oh my god. Thank god he released the hold. Parker might have a broken ankle. Just get out of here. We were seeing another tremendous match from these two, and Tommy Mason just had to turn it sour in the end by doing those two cheap shots on Parker. That was so uncalled for. But like I was saying, back to the ending of the match, Parker looked like he was going for the spear. Tommy Mason turned his back on Parker, and which is in a way smart, because Parker had to slow down, you know, and wait for Tommy Mason to turn back around, but at the same time watch that kick right to the skull, almost the same way how he beat him at Total Annihilation, as he hits the TME, and that's over. Thank you so much. Tune in next week, guys, to see what happens. And to see the return of Chris Copeland. Thank you so much, guys.